The air in Jamnagar, Gujarat was thick with fumes. This was no ordinary PR problem. This was a legitimacy crisis. And that's when Mukesh Ambani did something no one expected. Once upon a time, the air in Jamnagar, Gujarat was thick with fumes. Not from trucks, not from bonfires, but from India's biggest refinery, Reliance, the pride of Indian industry. But in the 90s, it faced its biggest threat. Again, not from competitor, not from crude oil prices, but from public anger. Accusations of pollution, the air turning toxic, the water turning black. The villagers protested, environmentalists attacked, and the headlines began to sting. This was no ordinary PR problem. This was a legitimacy crisis. And that's when Mukesh Ambani did something no one expected. He planted mango trees, thousands of them. This is not just a story about a fruit. It is a story about one of the finest strategies, about turning poison into profit and building India's biggest environmental PR success. In the 90s, Reliance built one of the world's largest oil refineries in Jamnagar, a feat of scale, national pride, but also pollution. Air, water, land polluted. Protest began. Now picture this. Mukesh Ambani standing on a scorched patch of land, looking at smokestacks in the distance. The challenge wasn't just environmental, it was emotional. Reliance had to prove they cared, not through press releases, but through action. Enter the Dhirubhai Ambani Lakibag Amrai, a 600 acres, 1.3 lakh mango trees, 127 varieties, Kesar, Alfonsa, Banganapalli, Tommy Atkins. They didn't just plant trees, they built a desalination plant for irrigation, drip irrigation across the orchard, local employment for hundreds. They turned industrial waste into fertile land. Pollution became produce. Today, 10,000 tons of mangoes per year, 200 crore in annual revenue. They export to Europe, America, and the Middle East. This wasn't CSR. This was a business strategy. Environmental protection became an enterprise. And the trees, they didn't just clean the air, they cleaned Reliance image. Now let's talk about Vedanta Sterlite copper plant in Thoothukudi. Technically, Sterlite had better pollution control tech than most Indian plants. They had ISO certifications, they had advanced scrubbers, international machinery. But they didn't win the trust of the people because the PR failed, the communication failed. People felt unheard, angry. And in 2018, it exploded. India watched in horror. 13 protesters were killed in police firing. And even though Sterlite Copper later launched tree planting campaigns, CSR activities, they even produced oxygen and supplied it to all the medical colleges and hospitals in Tamil Nadu free of cost during COVID pandemic. Experts say it was too late because in branding and PR, timing is everything. If the public turns against you, no amount of good work will be seen. You must act before the anger peaks, not after that. Reliance didn't just wait for a crisis. They anticipated it. They didn't just release ads, they released oxygen. They built an orchard so large it became the world's biggest single location mango farm. They turned an environmental problem into a PR weapon, an agriculture empire, and a global export brand. It's genius and it's a lesson. Today, when we talk about ESG, environmental, social governance, this is what it should look like. Not greenwashing, not token efforts, but deep, structural, irreversible action. The next time your company faces public anger or you feel the tide of opinion turning against you, don't release another apology letter. Don't wait for permission. Plant your mango trees. Because in the right hands, even pollution can grow fruit. And sometimes the sweetest revenge is green.